guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a celebrity psychic reading on the one and only Mr. Tyler Perry. And so I'm going to be discussing on insight that we've seen, because we haven't heard too much about Tyler in the news as of lately. He hasn't had that many new movies coming out. He's had some appearances, and there are some things that he's working on now. But I want to go ahead and talk about what I see for Tyler for 2018 going into 2019. So when I look at Tyler and I tune into his soul energy, the first thing that is coming to the forefront is obstacles, and I feel this is more around legal issues, kind of like what we've seen with the celebrities involved in scandals here lately, especially among the men in Hollywood. And A-list actors, a lot of women coming out, speaking against them, sexual allegations, harassment, things like that. I feel like we will be seeing that with Tyler as well. I don't feel like it's going to be uh, as blown up as it is with other celebrities, but I feel like we are going to be seeing more of that. I also feel like I see a lot of legal issues, legal battles, like people suing him. I know that he has one right now for copyright. I believe it's a lawsuit, but we see that I see that also. But there's going to be other type of people coming forward um, to do like a lawsuit, different lawsuits against Tyler for different things. People are petty when it comes to a billionaire, because Tyler is up there almost with like Oprah Winfrey, and he has a big amount of money. He is not just a celebrity, but a mogul, like an empire. And he has not only built, his foundation around the film industry, but he's also very entrepreneurial, and he has real estate. He has purchased a lot of real estate all over the world, in different places, and some in the islands, some in the United States. But he has various locations where he has real estate. He has investments, businesses that the public wouldn't know about, but he has a lot of money coming in and generating, apart from his royalties, from his film producing. He's a writer, a producer, screenplay, and actor. So he does a lot. But I see that, this month in particular, and also in the next 5 months before the year's over, up until like October, November, we're going to see a lot more scandals coming forward, and going into 2019. I also feel like there is some kind of loss that he's going through, something within his relationship, which I'll get to in a minute. He does have one son. For those of you that don't know, he does have one son, and he does have a partner. And she's a beautiful woman, and I feel like right now he's going through a lot of different, I see him going through a lot of different changes mentally. He has his business mindset, and he's happy and successful in his career. But the one thing with Tyler is he doesn't have to work as hard anymore, because he has people around him, his corporation, his empire, that can do a lot of the stuff for him, and then he just signs off on it. So, he's still hungry for, and I use that in a very respectable manner, hungry in the sense for not for fame, but for work, and to have that. He's very appreciative. When I go into his soul energy and read that, he's very appreciative of his blessings. He knows where he comes from, he knows his roots, and so that keeps him kind of grounded. Whereas you see some people, when they come into a certain amount of fame, it rises to their head, and they just go into power crazy modes, or go into spending a lot of money frivolously. And with Tyler, I get that he is very conscientious with his money, with his investments. Yes, he does treat himself to certain things that he would like, because he is a millionaire and he has that power and that money. But for the most part, he is very meticulous with his money, and where it goes, and where it's being spent on. But I do feel, and I do see that he's entering a new cycle. So as he goes into 2019, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Tyler, doing like kind of like what Rihanna has done, going into makeup and stuff like that. I don't see makeup for Tyler, but I see like perhaps he may, start marketing some other kind of products. This could be more like home, more like for home decor and stuff like that. But we're going to be seeing, I feel like he's in talks right now with people and getting the Tyler brand sort of more out there, not just being known. He doesn't just want to be known as an actor or his alternate character, Madea. He wants to be known as Tyler Perry, the entrepreneur, the businessman that he is. And so I see that he is going to be signing some deals. He's in works right now and talks with people, and they probably have already signed contracts, and things are going in the right thing. Believe it or not, this is going to sound very crazy, but I see wine. So I don't know if Tyler is producing his own wine or he has already, and I'm not aware of it. But I'm picking up something with associated with like alcohol and wine. So I don't know if he is being, kind of pushed that kind of direction, but I feel like there's something going on with within the food industry itself, kind of like what Oprah has done with her food. But it could be wine, it could be food. All I know, it has to do with food, and I see like something about health. He's going into that kind of direction to promote awareness, because I know that Tyler is very, aware of diabetes and stuff like that, and he has that keen sense of awareness. I also feel like he has his guard up with everything that's happening in Hollywood. Tyler is not a dumb person. He's very smart, very very up. He keeps up with technology and with a lot of the things that that are going on right now with social media, with marketing. So he knows who in his team may be the person that will be giving him a betrayal. He's intuitive. Most of these stars that are in Hollywood in some kind of way, they are very intuitive, and the reason that I say that is because a lot of these stars, they have worked hard, or they knew their life's soul path was to be an entertainer or to be in the entertainment industry. And like with Tyler Perry, as we see like with other celebrities and other actors and actresses in Hollywood, they know exactly what they're going to. It's like they know, they have this vision of what they want to be, and it for Tyler, it was to be this businessman and actor, be a very not that he wanted to be famous, but he knew that that was his life path and what he was going to be going into. The other thing I see for Tyler for the rest of this year and going into next year, I feel like there's something that he's holding on to that he hasn't been able to fully express. This is a part of his life. We know that he had struggles. His mother raised him. She was a lovely woman, and he cared for her up until when she passed. But um, there's a lot of things that Tyler has. He feels, even though he has a lot of people surrounding him, he still misses his mother, and he misses, having a true unified family, because his family, was disconnected. He grew up in a disconnected type of situation. So I feel like there's something that he can't say right now, and he's, holding on to it. And later on, we may, have this big revelation in 2018 or 2019, where he comes out and, does a press conference, or gets on one of these daily talk shows in like The View or one of these shows, and he comes out and really, or we may just see it in a publication, but he's going to reveal a part of his life that perhaps other people have not yet known about, and I feel it's like it will help us better understand and connect to Tyler Perry as the person. I also see that right now spirit guides are working with Tyler so that he can keep that intuition going, and know exactly what is to come and what to be aware of, because like I said, he doesn't trust a lot of people. He has his guard up, and for the right reasons. He should, because he is, like I said, out there as a celebrity and a person of a very strong minded person and businessman. So he is very much in tune with with what is going to occur, or what, what he could expect in certain outcomes. So he's thinking in terms of the future. So let me go ahead and get into the next slide. In this slide, we are going to be talking about Tyler Perry's relationship with Jalila. And please forgive me if I didn't pronounce her name right. I'm bad with names. Jalila Beckley. Okay. And so this is his partner since 2009. A beautiful lady. She is Ethiopian, her background. And I believe she is an actress or does writing. She is also in that uh, same field. And they have one son together. Um, when I come into their energy, I feel like, she does appreciate Tyler and she sees him as his businessman and kind of like a mentor. She does love Tyler, but I feel like the love is different than a soulmate's type of love. I don't feel like this was his soulmate. And I feel like this was also more like to put almost like appearances for the public, um, to go away from, Tyler's life and kind of have the spotlight, because a lot of people had questioned his sexuality and had questioned whether or not he was, bisexual or gay, and a lot of people were like, no, he's a straight man. But I feel like, there is going to be a time when he does discuss his sexuality a little bit more and kind of, reveals certain things about it to the public, and that's all that I will say at this time. But I really feel like the relationship here is more for publicity. Yes, they do have a son together, but I don't feel like she has that same amount of love for him. I feel like she's on a different wavelength. It's like and people are going to say, you're probably speculating, but no. When I tune into her energy, it's just like disconnected from him. I don't see that she loves him the way that he may love her. But again, I don't feel like a strong romantic connection with these two people. I feel like, they're together almost like friends, like a best friend type of situation. Um, and I know that's weird for me to use that term best friend when people, are always referring to each other as best friends and yet they are married. But sometimes you have to understand with celebrities, and we don't know everything that goes on in their life, and a lot of times these are more like business arrangements for like, I don't know if y'all saw that on the E channel. There was a show called The Arrangement. Well, that's similar to this. This is the kind of vibe that I get. It's almost like a business arrangement, because he's in Hollywood. He is an A-list actor. He is, a media mogul. There's people that wanted to, he gets more respect if he has a beautiful lady by his side rather than if he was still single. People wouldn't take him as seriously. They would start speculating. He would draw a lot of attention to himself. They would be thinking, oh, Tyler's, a player, or Tyler is not faithful. That's why he's this at his age right now and he can't have a partner. So, I mean, there's just a lot of gossip and stuff that goes on in Hollywood that you would be surprised. And there's a lot of facades that are going on in Hollywood as well with celebrity couples. But with Jalila, I feel like there are some issues at hand. There's a lot of loneliness because I feel like they're not together all the time. I get that, Tyler's always traveling, always on business. She's taken care of because, she's always going to have that bond for their son. But again, I feel like that is not going to last. That's just the energy, and I'm being very honest here. When it comes to matters of the heart, I feel like what I'm seeing and feeling is very strong disconnect between Jalila and Tyler. So let's go ahead and get into the others. So I feel like he's scouting for new talent, and he is looking for the next big thing in Hollywood. And so, like I said, there's a lot of disconnect between his career right now and his personal life. I feel like he's having to make a decision and choose wisely. He wants to take a break, but his fans and his, support system, it doesn't allow him to take that break. So he, is going to continue to be in the business spotlight, but I feel like he is going to be just expanding his empire and getting into other products, other lines of business that bring him a lot more money and revenue. But overall, this was my psychic reading for Tyler Perry for 2018, 2019, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And right now, if you'd like to set up a private reading with me, all of my readings are on sale until May 13th. After that, I will not have another sale until the fall. So please take advantage of that. Blessings and love and light to all of you.